The sky cracked open by the River Key bar. I was sitting in the dust, couldn't get much deeper. A whirlwind came screaming out of the north, with the fire in folds and spitting lightning forth. 4 living creatures with the faces of a man, burning like the coals in a dead man's hand. I'm just a small voice crying in the mud, but I got giant things to say about the fire and the blood. A heavy load of glory, wheels turning in the sky, with 1,000 burning eyes looking you and I. Yeah, I'm just a speck against a Babylonian wall, but the bigger that they are, the harder they will fall. Let me tell a story about 2 sisters in the wild. They forgot their wedding vows. They were reckless and defiled. They lusted for the riders and the captains of the east, turned their eyes away from God and bowed down to the beast. They were burning for their lovers from that old Egyptian land, craving after bodies they could never understand. With the heavy flesh of donkeys and the power of a horse, they traded away their souls for a dark and bloody corpse. Yeah, they lusted for the parts of the animals in the street. Now those very same lovers are gonna bring them to their feet. Yeah, I'm just a small voice crying in the mud, but I got giant things to say about the fire and the blood. A heavy load of glory, wheels turning in the sky, with 1,000 burning eyes looking you and I. Yeah, I'm just a speck against a Babylonian wall, but the bigger that they are, the harder they will fall. Now you might look at them and say they lost their mind, but take a look in the mirror and see what you find. When you chase after the money, the power, and the pride, you're sleeping with the monsters that are eating you inside. We sell our souls to idols made of plastic and of stone, lusting after shadows when we could have had the throne. We go running to the world to find a fix and find a spark, and we do the very same thing they did way back in the dark. First came the noise, then came the shake. The sinew and the flesh started to awake, but there wasn't any breath till he called from the forest, saying, breathe on the slain, let him live once more. I'm just a small voice crying in the mud, but I got giant things to say about the fire and the blood. A heavy load of glory, wheels turning in the sky, with 1,000 burning eyes looking you and I. Yeah, I'm just a speck against a Babylonian wall, but the bigger that they are, I'm telling you, the harder they will fall. They call it progress, they call it free, but we're just selling ourselves to the beast. Yeah, we do the same thing. Eyes all around us, looking down.